Hello, beautiful. I'm here to answer your questions. Shout out to my millions of subscribers. We're gonna have a beautiful day. So the first question is, what are certain affirmations that you think that we should repeat every single day? I love this question, and I'm gonna tell you, I got them right here. Okay, I came prepared. So, questions that you should repeat every single day. Bashar, I believe this person on YouTube, I believe it's this person on YouTube. He talks about how you should say, I am worthy, I am deserving, I am capable, I am loved, I belong. I agree. But I would like to add some more. Okay? I think that let's get into this though. I am worthy is so important because a lot of people do not feel they're worthy. Even if you do not outwardly feel any of these 5 things, it could be showing up in your life as you feeling anxious, as you getting scared before talking to someone. Like literally, this will show up in your life, especially belonging is one, that people could struggle with because it's very common for you to not get along with everyone. Like that's just how it is for anybody. So if you're in like a work situation or friendship situation and you don't feel like you belong, like that can hit deeply and trigger childhood wounds. The idea of you feeling like you're not deserving of something, like all of these are so prevalent for all of us. I don't care, it's prevalent for all of us. We should all be repeating this every single day. Okay, so I am worthy, I am deserving, I am capable, I am loved, I belong. I agree, I would like to add some more. I am safe. Especially for women. For women, we live in general, it's a dangerous world. For women, it's a dangerous world. Okay? And I think, especially if you have not the best experiences, maybe, I don't even want to get into it, but it could be with others, experiences with others in your life, or just dangerous circumstances, right? This is something that I have had to use, and it's been very helpful when I get scared if I'm alone. Because I had someone, trigger warning, home break-in. I had that experience when I was younger. And so I just get scared for no reason in my home. And it's been like years. That was like when I was 10 and I'm like 24. So it's been 14 years of that, just being afraid. So that's something that as of the past like year, I'm like, man, maybe like it's not regular that I'm afraid. Like I would just go to bed being afraid. Trauma dump. No, but this affirmation, especially just women in the world, I spilled coffee. But also if you've had like a traumatic experience, like a house break-in, you know, realize it's not normal to be afraid in your home for no reason. But the reason is this is the world that we live in and it's unsafe for women, unfortunately. Okay. And for other groups of individuals as well. So I am safe is beautiful. Something I always repeat to myself is everything is working out for me. You could just say that, but I also say in the best possible ways, better than I could have ever imagined. Okay? Hell yeah. Because it's not just working out for me, because shit could just work out. But no, it's working out for me in the best possible ways, better than I could have ever imagined. Okay? Yeah. And I used that affirmation when I was in a really horrible situation. I've talked about this before. Like I lived with someone who was crazy. We only lived together for less than a month and she turned out to be crazy. And don't find your roommates on Facebook, y'all. And I literally had to get a camera and she put me in a dangerous situation and I literally had to move out of that place. But it led me, because I kept saying everything works out for me in the best ways, better than I could have ever imagined, even when I was faced with a horrible, horrible situation. Horrible. Guess what? It worked out better than I could have ever imagined. I'm living in a place better than I could have ever imagined. Okay? Like, everything about this place is amazing. I literally have a friend a few doors down, which I manifested, and I also have another friend, and it's clean. There's no, like, issues. Like, I needed a new dishwasher. Boom, they got me a new dishwasher. They're so nice. I didn't know people in apartments, like the apartment people that help you, could be nice. They're so nice. So yeah, things happen better than I could imagine, and I live alone, which is better than I could imagine, because in this neighborhood is pricey. This neighborhood, y'all, I'm not telling you where I live, but I'm talking about $800, $1,800 for a studio. $1,800 for a studio. I don't pay that. I got a good price. It worked out better than I could have imagined. And this was the only place in the neighborhood that I wanted to stay in. It really happened better than I could have ever imagined. Like, I'm just giving you some of the examples. There's a million examples of how this is better than I could have ever imagined. Anyways, so use that affirmation and just say, like, I trust it's gonna work out better than I could have ever imagined. Like, and then it does. So that's one that's really good. I also like to, like, if you want to, I'm a walking love or beauty spell. I don't suggest saying you're a walking love spell, because you don't want everybody to be falling in love with you. No, thank you. I'm a walking, like, goddess or beauty spell, something to do with the way that you look, so you know you're that girl. Excuse me. I like to say, what have I been saying? Well, I went into detail of, like, my appearance and stuff, and I visualize it. Do I necessarily have an affirmation? It's not, this isn't part of the main affirmations. This is like when I'm not feeling myself, or maybe when I am feeling myself, I'll, like, repeat to myself, like, I am a goddess, like, I'm a walking beauty spell, blah, blah, blah. Like, and when I do say certain things, like, I'll say specific things. I guess this isn't a part of the question, because the question was your top affirmations, but this is something that I use often. So it's like, I guess it is a part of it, but it's a lesser degree, because I think the most important ones are, like, being fulfilled and how you feel. So that's actually another one. Let me just say that real quick. I'm fulfilled, I'm overflowing. My life is full. This should be a part of your main affirmations. I'll get into that, but let me continue with the beauty stuff. So I do often, so what I did is I went into detail of my beauty, and when I would focus on, like, certain aspects, I noticed that people would say that to me. Like, this is embarrassing, but I'm literally just gonna tell you, because I just don't care. I don't care. I love coffee so much. Okay, so I am a natural blonde. I'm Scandinavian. Okay. So people never believe me and stuff, but it also made me feel insecure. I know this is, like, kind of pick me, because it's like, shut up, you're a natural blonde. But, like, I won't lie. People made me feel insecure about my hair, because no one believes it's real. People will say mean things to me. People would grab my hair. Like, people would say, like, call me albino. There's nothing wrong with being albino. Like, I think albino people are beautiful. I'm just not albino. And people would tell me that I'm lying to them and that hair like this doesn't exist. So it made me have, and this is years and years and years, it made me have insecurities about my hair. I won't lie. But I put a spin to it, and I went into detail about my appearance, and I was like, people view me as this, like, goddess, like this, like, I don't remember what I said. What did I say? Literally, I don't know. No, I do remember. It was like an ice goddess or something. Like an ice goddess, something like that. And like, I visualized And I also made a Pinterest board. And basically, I started having a bunch of people tell me, and I don't think she's an ice goddess, but like the vibe that I was going for, which everybody went up to me and said, you remind me of that girl from Game of Thrones. You remind me of those people. I don't know what they're called, but it's like a certain group of peoples who got this hair and in Game of Thrones. And it was like people going crazy telling me that, like, people at work, like, I don't even, they didn't even like me for real, I don't think. Like, one was like a known hater, and she was like, oh my god, you just always remind me of those people from Game of Thrones, blah, blah, blah. And that was the vibe that I was visualizing, despite the fact I don't think she was an ice goddess, I don't know. But it was those people from Game of Thrones, a certain group of people. You know who I'm talking about if you know Game of Thrones? I don't know, but there's a certain group of people, okay? So, that, and then someone else, they didn't even talk about it, told me that. And then someone else, and then other people would say other shit. Like, I'm like, dang, like, this stuff really works. Like, literally embrace your beauty. Even if you have insecurities attached to things that you shouldn't. Like, I shouldn't be insecure about my hair. But, you know, the subconscious be taking stuff on. Okay, so really paint a picture. Who are you? Like, when I do mirror work, for example, and I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, you? Like, talk yourself up, dude. Get to the point where you're comfortable looking in the mirror and be like, you are beautiful. You're that girl. Like, your eyes are mesmerizing. Right? So, sometimes I'll be like, my eyes today are extremely mesmerizing. And then I'll get compliments. Because it's like putting that energy out, like, and standing firm, and I'm that girl. Okay? And people will say certain comments. Oh my god, for example, the whole ice goddess thing. While I was doing that, my friend literally said something similar about how I'm like an ice goddess. Like, this shit is real. Like, I don't care what y'all say, it's not a coincidence, because no one calls me that, okay? Nobody calls me that. But anyways, I have like a million examples of that. I'm maybe not giving the best examples because I'm all over the place. But basically, I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically, we're answering this question. And yeah, so one of the focuses that you should be focusing on, even before beauty's probably the last one. Because we want to feel fulfilled before we feel beautiful, okay? So, I am fulfilled. I am overflowing. My life is full. That is so important. And when I started to say that, and this was a recent one. Honestly, the last, I don't even know, like, not that long. And my life has been 1313. Oh, I never see that. It's just like, I never see, or I would never use that. My life is extremely fulfilling. I am fulfilled. Ooh. So, another one is I am my fullest expression of self. When I started to say I am my fullest expression of self, guess what happened? The parts of myself that I was suppressing, the parts of myself that I did not fully explore, stuff started happening for me. And I started to explore those parts of myself. I was put in situations to explore those parts of myself. And what came from that is life-changing. I made a video on this about how lesbianism cured my anxiety. I'm so dead-ass serious. Like, for real. I'm serious, bro. The coffee is gone. Anyways, yeah, so here's basically the summary. I'm gonna summarize it for you. I'm not gonna give you the timeline, but I've been knew I was possibly a lesbian. I definitely claimed bisexuality, and I wanted a certain experience with a woman, because I'm like, why have I just not explored this part of myself? Because it's just easier to date men. With women, I fall so And I fall for men too, but it just scared me because like the feelings that I had for women were so strong. And then so I was like, let me get this certain kind of experience. And then very shortly after, I really focused on I am my fullest expression of self, and I need to embrace all aspects of myself and stop not exploring possibly being a lesbian. Because why am I suppressing that? I'm a grown woman now. Like, I don't like. Let's get this rolling. I know I don't got no shame. I never really had shame about that part of myself. It was more so like a whole bunch of shit is going on. Let's pick a struggle. And it's sad, the idea of exploring that part of myself would be a struggle, but it was like the world is how the world is. You know, it wasn't a shame within myself. It was like, I know if I put myself in this situation, certain things might be harder for me, you know, which that sucks to think like that, but that's the reality of the world, unfortunately. And also, I didn't know how to like, I just have such a, I guess the word would be like heteronormative way, or like, I like to be spoiled, like, I like to be poured into. I like a certain type of dynamic with anyone that I'm dating, because a different dynamic, like, I'm the princess, like, I'm like, and I did also feel like my masculine comes out when I like a woman. So it's like, but see, these were all limiting beliefs that I placed on myself because I didn't want to have to explore that part of myself because of the world, probably. I don't know. I was like, shit, I don't know, honestly. It don't really matter because like I explored that part of myself. And that's why you have to tell yourself, I am my fullest expression of self, and let the world manifest as you being your fullest expression of self, putting yourself in situations where you can act as your fullest expression of self and feel whole and confident and fulfilled. And part of that is exploring all aspects of your sexuality, all aspects of yourself, hobbies even. It don't gotta be this serious. I'm just telling my business and telling you things that, why is this your business? I'm just telling you. Right? And so watch my video on this. I don't remember what it's called. It's something about like lesbianism cured my anxiety or something. And that's the truth. When you explore the fullest yourself to the fullest extent, guess what will happen? Other things that you think are unrelated will start to fall into place. Here's an example. Explored something that had to do with me and a woman. Okay, I'm not going to tell you all my business. And after that, since then, been a long time, I don't have anxiety. I don't because I was suppressing myself, and suppressing can show up as anxiety or depression or this, that, or the other. Not being truthful with yourself, not acting in accordance with your fullest expression of yourself. And this has been true for me. So yeah, after that, no anxiety, and I got into running, and I'm still running. And it's like, when you're suppressing, you're not going to explore all your passions. I didn't run for like many years because I had some injuries, and then I was like, I just didn't want to run. How come after that I wanted to start running again, you know? Yeah, that's a beautiful, that's a long-winded way of saying, tell yourself every single day, I am my fullest expression of self. I am my fullest expression of self. And then think of what thoughts, like, be aware of your thoughts. What comes up? Do you want to explore this hobby? Blah, 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 blah. That might be a part of you. It might lead you to your highest purpose, or to you not feeling anxiety anymore, or whatever. Okay? So that's a very important one. Let me see if there's any more. I like to say I'm a master manifester because when I'm, like, for example, and I just started doing this again, and crazy things have happened. I just made some videos about it, something I manifested. But basically, I was like struggling believing my manifestations, and I was like, I should not struggle because this is literally just how the world works, and it's proved to me time and time again. And I was like, what's a way that I could just like really trust in manifestation? So I was like, literally, if I tell myself, and I saw this off a video, I'm a master manifester, anything I manifest intentionally has to happen, right? So those are two you can use when manifesting, and say this before manifesting a fulfilled life, because you could say, what I do is I say I intentionally manifest a fulfilled life. Anything I intentionally manifest has to happen, even if I have doubts. So that's telling me when I am intentionally manifesting something in my life, it doesn't matter if I'm doubting it or I don't feel it right now. This has to happen because that's just how the world works. Because I've seen time and time again, when I put something out there intentionally, it comes to fruition. If you want examples, watch my go on my manifestation playlist, click playlist. There's gonna be manifestations, and also, yeah, just watch all my manifestation videos, and there's like a million examples of things I've manifested that makes me believe like this is how the world works, and what the hell is going on. The divine is within us and all around us, and it's crazy. So if you are a manifester, and you can also, I don't know why I feel like I need to put this in here, but like, I believe in God. I do. The way that I think about it is, did y'all see that flash of light or something? The red light? That was weird. Anyways, it was probably just like the light coming in. I don't know. So what are we talking about? I don't remember. Wow, I've just been so alert during this video because of the caffeine that I drank. And I woke up early. When I wake up early, I'm a nuisance in the best way. I'm like so energized. I don't remember. Oh yeah. I believe in God, and I also believe in manifesting. I believe God is within and without. It's a energetic, it's divinity, whatever. I don't know what it is, and I admit that. And I think it is, God is love. God is everywhere. God is within and without. And I think, like, in an Abrahamic religion, manifestation might not be good. Although some Christian and also Muslim people have been combining manifestation to be compatible with their religion, which is very interesting, and I really love researching this. But for me, I believe God is within and without. I don't have a religion attached to my belief system. It's just based on my experience, and I think that if God is within and we are a part of God, of this power that connects everything is all connected, right? And it's not like a man in the sky, you know, like God is more than we could even fathom, and I have the power to co-create and just like create with the best intention, and things unfold in my life. Okay, so I say these various manifestation affirmations knowing that I am a part of God, and I hold power within to, and I also kind of think of it as like you're like choosing a different reality. So like whatever you can manifest, it's you just choosing that reality, like a quantum shift type of thing. But I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't know, and this is just what works for me. So use those affirmations if it works for you. Something I also say every day is, like, I have amazing friends. I have such supportive, loving, amazing friends, and we both love one another, and like I go into it, and that has been showing true in my life. I also, if I'm ever like yearning for a relationship or a person, I'll tell myself, and I'm a lover girl, so it's like I love love. And so I tell myself I am with the partner of my dreams. My partner's better than I could have ever imagined. Or I'll just say like my friends are better than I could have ever imagined for me. That's also an important part, because they could just be, what is your idea of better? Right? They're better than I could have ever imagined for me. So that gives it to a higher power almost. Or sometimes I'll just say, my friends are amazing, whatever. So it's good to, especially if you struggle with friendships or relationships, to tell yourself that you have it now. Claim it now, and that will attract it into your life. And at first it might seem silly, but then you will attract that into your life, okay? Also, life is easy for me. I think that's one that should be included. If I'm going to give you the top ones, it's I'm worthy, I'm deserving, I'm capable, I'm loved, I belong, life is easy for me. Ooh, everyone loves me is a really good one. Everything's always working out for me better than I could have ever imagined. My life is fulfilled. I'm overflowing. I'm my fullest expression of self. Those will be my top ones. Anything is extra, but I also think it's important. I really like the I have everything I need before I even need it. I found this on the internet like a few days ago. I really do like that. But let's get back into what I was about to say. The whole life is easy for me, or work is easy for me. Like at one of my jobs, I would do the affirmation constantly, like, work is so easy for me, they don't expect anything from me. And if I were to literally call up my coworker, who's my good friend, and have her come on here, she would tell you that they did not expect shit from me at work. Like literally, I was just getting paid to go on Pinterest and literally work on my top secret businesses. I worked 8 hours, but really I was only working like less than 4 most days. And then the rest of the time I just like in between, I would be chilling on Pinterest. Yeah, so that works. And I know it works because I shared a position with someone else and they asked them to do way more work. And that was my friend. Sorry, girl, I'm sorry. I probably should have told you to use that affirmation. But basically, yeah. Use that affirmation. And there's evidence online of people using that and it working. Like literally saying, everyone at work loves me. If you ask my coworker, that was true. Even though there were haters, like, I was very well liked, you know? Everyone at work loves me. Like, make your work life good. Like, literally manifest all the time, you know? Yeah. What else? Money is the easiest thing for me to manifest. So the whole money stuff, like, I just be like knowing this shit, but like I guess I need to be more intentional about my money affirmations. And so these are ones that I'm gonna start really getting into. I had a friend who, like, I introduced her to manifestation and like she's like, wow, this shit is crazy. And there's been a few times where she's been like spoiled like crazy. It works, so I'm gonna get more intentional about that. And yeah, these are just the ones that I wrote down. I really hope it helps y'all. Maybe focus on one or do an experiment. Watch my video about spiritual experiments and also watch one of my manifestation videos where I don't honestly, just literally watch my manifestation videos, literally just use affirmations and maybe do what I told you to do, which is you say, I'm a master manifester. Anything I manifest intentionally has to happen. Even if I have doubts, I intentionally manifest that I am a walking beauty spell. I intentionally manifest that my life is very easy. Sometimes I tell myself like I have the Marilyn Monroe effect, like stuff like that. If I'm not feeling it, I'm like, no, you literally have the Marilyn Monroe effect. And then people be like, damn girl, you look good. Yeah. Okay. It don't mean I didn't look good before. It means that my energy has shifted to look at me, I'm that girl. Okay. I intentionally manifest that life, my work life is so easy, and literally everyone does everything for me, and it doesn't matter if I have doubts because my intentional manifestations have to happen. Try it out, let me know, leave a comment, and yeah, this was a lot. It's 30 damn minutes. Damn, what the hell? This was a lot, y'all. I low-key went in on 3333, so I'm gonna waste your time by just talking. And yeah, I just really want to thank you, millions and millions of subscribers. Thank you, and shout out to you. I intentionally manifest that you receive good news. I intentionally manifest that this video blows up. You know what? I really want my video on how a narcissist can lead you to understanding the spiritual. I want that video to blow up, and it shall. Okay? I intentionally manifest. I'm a master manifester. I intentionally manifest that my video about how narcissists can lead you to understanding the spiritual blows up. And so it is. Okay? Literally. Nothing else I have to do. That's an intentional manifestation, and it has to happen. Because that video can help a lot of people. And I feel like a lot of my videos could help people. And in general, I want people to see them, but especially that video, because narcissists be crazy, they be messing you up. Okay, so yeah, honestly, let me know if this video has helped you, if you're going to use any of these affirmations, and if you have more that you think are so important, because I probably missed out on some. These are just ones that I recently wrote down. Please leave a comment. Leave a comment of your most important affirmations for your day to day. Okay? Please leave that comment. Yeah, dude, I hope you have a beautiful day. And I'm wishing y'all the best. We're ending on 3333 because I just want to, honestly. Let's talk about the skin. Let's talk about the skin. I have been using Clean and Clear. This Clean and Clear with salicylic acid. Yeah, it works really good. Bye.